there's three ways to make money, and the first one is for me to work for somebody else. So I'm your employee and you're my boss. And the employee and the boss relationship is this, you're going to work 8 hours a day, as the boss, and I'm going to work 8 hours a day as the employee. And you're going to leverage that 8 hours. So basically you're going to take a portion of my productivity and credit back to yourself as income. So you're leveraging off my efforts because I am your employee. So theoretically speaking, the more employees you have working for you, the more leverage you have, which is true. However, have you ever had employees before? If you have, you know that in theory hiring people sounds like a great idea and a great way to achieve leverage. But it's real difficult to achieve leverage through employees, and the answer is pretty much this. No employee will ever work as hard as you for your company because they don't own it. And, to reach true leverage, you have to create a situation in which everybody has the same amount to gain. So, the reason your employee isn't working as hard as you would is because he doesn't have the same amount to gain. So if you gave him the same amount to gain, he probably wouldn't feel like he needs to take like paper clips and pens and stuff out of the supply cabinet. He would probably just leave it all in there, and because he had plenty of money. But everybody has done that type of thing before. You take Post-its and clips and stuff from the office and try and get your money's worth. But that's the life of the employee and the boss. That's the relationship, and it's just it's inefficient, and your employee will never work as hard for you as you will. Let's take a look at another type of situation. This situation is broker agent. There we are. So let's say you've got John, the broker, up here, and he wants to hire an agent, of course. Because you're an agent, you want to hang your hat with a broker, and then there's an agent that's going to be on the other side. So you've got a broker here, two agents. Okay, these guys have to hang their license with the broker to make money. So if agent number one over here decides that he wants to sell a house, he's got to split the commission with his broker. Now, why would he want to split the commission with his broker? Because his broker put up the risk. It's the broker's office. He trained the agent. He helped him with advertising. He did a lot of things. So he gets 3%. The agent gets 3%. Everybody's happy, right? Well, for a time they're happy, and then what happens is the agent decides that the broker has trained him so well and made him into such an excellent agent that he wants to go do something else, and so does the other guy. So what happens? This guy loses both these guys as income sources, and they set up shop at two different places. So he's basically created a small chain of competitors for himself. So wouldn't it be a better bet, instead of that, to have, instead of agents under you, have brokers instead? So now these agents are brokers and now can hire their own agents, which would be brokers, which would hire their own agents, which would be brokers, and so on. That way, that'll keep everything in-house instead of people leaving and going off and using your best tricks, because after all, you taught them all your stuff, right? So now they are in a position to hire more people, and you'll still get paid on the productivity of all the people down at the bottom. What's your incentive to help these people down at the bottom? You have just as much to gain from these people at the bottom as these guys do. And everyone in this structure has the same amount to gain. Now, at some point, someone will probably start to say, doesn't that look like a pyramid? Well, it does. In fact, the common perception of a pyramid is people at the top make all the money, and people at the bottom, they don't make any money. They just get basically stepped on. And but that's the perception, right? People at the top make all the money. That's what a pyramid is, one of those horrible things. And what you're seeing right now is the layout of what people would consider to be a pyramid. The only difference is this pyramid is called delegation, and a corporation is built around the principle of delegation. The CEO is at the top, the president's under the CEO, the vice president's next in charge, middle management, and then employees at the bottom. President takes orders from the CEO. Why? Because the CEO has more money than the president. He owns a bigger share of the company. President tells vice president what to do. Why? Because president has vice president, where he wants them, basically underneath, right? I can tell you what to do. Okay? The CEO is the only person in this organization that has leverage. No one else has it. The president doesn't have it. Vice president doesn't have it. That is total leverage. The vice president can only make money from here down. The president can only make money from here down. Okay? The CEO makes all the money from here down. Okay? So who's in the best spot? It's this guy at the top, right? The middle management, makes money off the employees, and who do the employees make money off? Well, the company's got to pay them. They got to pay for their 401ks and their insurance plan and all that other stuff, and that just adds up to a big headache for this company. As this company gets bigger, it's going to lumber, it's going to get clumsy, and this is what happens. Big corporations, sometimes this side doesn't know what this side's doing, but anyway, we don't need to go into any of that. But this is a pyramid, so it's not really the shape that's the problem. This is really the picture of every organizational structure in the world. It's a hierarchy, and everything's really made out of hierarchies. If you want to check out what a pyramid really is, go to the FCC website. They have information. The network marketing companies that are out there right now are all legitimate. If they weren't legitimate, they would be shut down immediately by the government. So you've got CEO, president, vice president, middle management, and employees. And so this is essentially the chain of command. People at the top make all the money, okay? And people at the bottom don't make all the money. What if the vice president made more money than the president? What would happen? Total anarchy. What if some employee down here got a $25 million bonus? The CEO would fall out of his chair. So that's what I'm trying to get across the point, that this is a bad deal. This is a raw deal. This is a raw deal for the employees. It's a raw deal for the middle management. It's a raw deal for everybody up on to the CEO. The CEO is sitting pretty. He's sitting in the golden chair. He's getting all the benefit. Okay, all these other people are working for the CEO. He controls everything. He's the boss. So the chain of command. Every corporation is leveraging off all the employees in the lower levels. The unfair part is that the CEO is the only one that's got the leverage, like I said. And but now we're going to show you why the network marketing structure is the absolute fairest structure available in the next video. Thanks for watching this one. See you in the next one.